Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So this morning, my message is probably more towards men than it is women, but sometimes that has to happen. Reading in Proverbs chapter 5 today, in verses 18 through 20, it says, "Let your fountains be blessed and take pleasure in the wife of your youth, a loving doe, a graceful fawn. Let her breasts always satisfy you. Be lost in her love forever. Why, my son, would you be infatuated or embrace the breasts of a stranger?" We often think, as society, especially anymore, it used to be directed only to men, but today society in general looks at lust as inevitable. You can't help yourself. It's just the way God created you. I've heard this statement thousands of times. I've said this statement. There's no chance of being faithful with your eyes because you just can't stop it. And I believed that to be true. I was taught that was true. Eyes wander. You want what you want and you can't stop yourself. All of those things have been said. And today I want you to hear me. That's all a lie. I know it's a lie because today I can live my life knowing that when and if and when those things happen with my thoughts, I have choices that can be made. Solomon tells his son, take pleasure in the wife of your youth. Or take pleasure in the wife that you choose. Look at her and want her. Be lost in her love forever. You know, when you first got together with that person, that's all you could think of. Nothing else caught your eye. And if it did, you weren't in love in the first place. You weren't even in lust. You were infatuated with control and manipulation and whatever you could get out of it. The reality is, if you can't be faithful to a wife who's right in front of you guys, how can you be faithful to a God who is even more real, yet feels more distant, provides even more pleasure, yet it's not in a physical sense? How could you possibly be faithful to that? A God who is even more, if you can't be faithful to what's in front of you. You might be thinking, well, I don't have a wife. I understand. But God created you to have a wife, to have a spouse. Ladies, I'm talking to you as well. God created you to be partnered with someone. You can be faithful to that partner before they become your partner. Did you know that? Have I ever been able to do that? No, I failed miserably. Created all kinds of problems in my life. And, Solomon addresses what happens if you're not faithful to that. The very next verse is, "For a man's ways are before the Lord's eyes, and he considers all the paths. A wicked man's iniquities trap him, and he is entangled in the ropes of his own sin. He will die because there is no discipline, and be lost because of his great stupidity." So today, we get challenged by the Word of God. Can we be faithful to what's right in front of us? Because if we can't, how can we say we're faithful to God? It's a good question, isn't it? I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.